the numbers don't lie, and as much as I love Disney Lorcana, the prices are going down, 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 but I actually don't think this is cause for concern. You may disagree with me, and I may hear from you about why in the comments section below, but for now, I still believe that despite the lower Disney Lorcana prices, we are still in for a bright future. I want to talk about what's causing those prices to go down, why I believe the prices are going to turn on a lot of these sealed products, and probably the most stable way, at least in my opinion, to collect the brand new trading card game. So if you like information like this, make sure you click the sub button down there, because for a small channel like mine, all of those little clicks matter, and let's get into the video. So, market reaction videos like this are a touchy subject. You say the wrong thing and everyone runs to the dislike button and just screams at you in the comments section below. But I truly believe that there's a lot of information we can learn from numbers of sales on websites like TCG Player. And that's why I have made it my mission to collect every single sold listing of major TCG releases of sealed product on TCG Player. We put all of that data into cardboardfinance.com, and it's supported by the channel members here, and we use that to learn how different trading card games are doing and how consumers like us can better spend our hard-earned money. And Disney Lorcana is not free of, well, let's call it criticism. As we have tracked Disney Lorcana, we have seen every single set on a set-by-set basis continue to drop in not only price, but number of boxes sold. Really culminating here with Shimmering Skies hitting all-time low number of boxes sold, and the Draft Booster Box while still leading the way, followed up by the starter deck set at an extremely low number. These figures for, let's call it, sales on an individual website are only important not by themselves in a bubble, but they're important when you compare them to something like Into the Inklands that has had the chance to sell 22,000 products with a much higher number of draft boxes sold. And as we see, much like any TCG, when a release comes out, it sells a ton of boxes right away, and then those sales kind of trend off as we look for the next thing, because as cardboard fans, we're big fans of release. Release weekend matters, and this is an important time for product sales. But this drastic downfall is not without some explanation. During Ursula's return, it was informed to all of the stores like, hey, you can't early sell boxes on TCG Player. You are beholden to the big box store release when you sell online, so you do release a little bit later, and because of that, a lot of people turned the other cheek when it came to buying on these platforms. But even in the same bubble, looking at Ursula's Return, which found itself following the same rules, and Shimmering Skies, we do see a drastic drop-off in boxes. We're going to get to box prices too in a second, but I want to say why this is not making me panic. I do believe that Disney Lorcana has a lot of that Pokemon effect. I'm not saying that Disney Lorcana is as popular as Pokemon, as big as Pokemon, or even the next Pokemon. The Pokemon effect, in my opinion, is the connection you get to the characters on the cards, the desire to crack packs and open the things that you want to add to your collection. And Disney Lorcana really seems to do an incredible job at this. In fact, the chase cards in Disney Lorcana, the Enchanted series, in my opinion, are some of the best chase cards that anyone can get their hands on at this moment. We'll talk about a little bit about that at the very end of this video, so make sure you stick around, but I'm pretty big on those as far as collectibles go. But the tanking number of sales, let's just call it that, the drastically lower number of sales does not concern me, as Pokemon sees a very similar effect. As we get into our communities, as something becomes more mainstream, we find more and more pockets to buy this product. You can pick up packs at Target. You can head down to my favorite game store, Min-Max Games, and pick up a pack or pick up some boxes. Heck, me and my daughter go out all the time and pick up a Lorcana pack or two so she can just crack some packs and find her favorite Disney characters. All of these effects, or all of these little purchases and situations, have an effect on the sales on a major platform like TCG Player. But ignoring the fact that the sales are dropping off set after set, even when the same rules apply, would be, well, it would be disingenuous. And yeah, Lorcana is going to have a bit of what I'm going to consider a normalization. When a first set comes out, a game as hype as Disney Lorcana was, we saw the first chapter go to the moon, we saw the lack of boxes printed from Ravensburger, we saw them catch up with their printing process and realize their early mistakes, and, well, maybe even overdo it just a little bit. I am not advocating for a game like Lorcana to be limited in boxes and highly collectible and go to the moon, because I don't think that's where a game like this really shines. But I do think that they probably overestimated their community, and we've seen this time and time again from trading card games. And for an example of kind of how that's working, we can turn to TCG Player and look at some of these prices. I pulled up some boxes that I wanted to highlight to begin with, and we have here, of course, the Into the Inklands box. At $105, this box is full of actually a ton of fun and playable cards, and the Enchanted series in this set is not that bad. I think it's right in the middle of the road. We've had a couple sets now, we can kind of see where we land, and I do like Into the Inklands as a set, but we see the price of this product drastically falling down, and Ursula's Return is probably the worst of the bunch. While not nearly as popular or powerful as a set, I do like, again, a lot of the Enchanted series in the setup. Some of them actually from Ursula's I'm not a massive fan of, but this box dropping below $100 is a major step for Disney Lorcana, and to me indicates a little bit of overprinting, at least over delivering to stores that are putting these on the secondary market. And finally, we do see Shimmering Skies, which I'm actually a lot higher on, but is more concerning because of the release date. It's a newer product with a lower price, and we're seeing these come down really, really quickly these days. But I want to stress again, this does not concern me as much as it would in an indie TCG or a smaller TCG. This has more of the Pokemon Magic the Gathering effect to me, at least in my mind, and I want to defend that for just a second. In my opinion, this game is going to have that Pokemon effect. You're going to have a booster box of cards, and let's see if I have anything handy. Nope, I don't think I do. But you're going to have a booster box of cards release onto the secondary market, and, well, it's going to be readily available. It's going to be everywhere that you could possibly imagine a Pokemon product to be, and you're going to be able to get your fill right away on release day. And because of this, the price is going to go down, down, down. And just like Pokemon, it behooves Disney Lorcana for this to be readily available and out there for consumers, and it also behooves them to continue printing this product and have it on the shelves. I mentioned me and my daughter going out and buying packs earlier in this video, and I'm sure many of you have had the same experience. When you're out and you see a pack with a Disney character on it, you see Ariel, you see Cinderella, they're like, oh, I want that, and I buy that pack. It's got a lot of shelf power, so it makes sense to have this around. But because of that same emotional connection, I have said in several videos, and if I remember, I'll link one here, and if I don't, hey, let me know in the comment section below. I do believe that long term, this product is going to create some powerful memories for a younger generation, and those powerful memories bleed into nostalgia. We all almost remember it. Most of my viewers, I'm sure, are people who remember fondly days in trading card games, going to the game store before life and responsibilities, and because of that, we often reach into our pockets and spend a little bit extra on things that help us relive those moments. I think Disney Lorcana is going to shine in that arena, and while I don't think sealed products right now are the hottest collectible, I do believe that the Enchanteds are a great place to really get into the value side of collecting Disney Lorcana and lean on some of that nostalgia and leverage. Look, these cards are going to be iconic. People are going to build memories opening these things up pack after pack, and because of that, these are going to do extremely well in the long term. But if you stuck around this long, you get my little tidbit on why I'm not actually doing that. I think that's probably the smartest way to collect Disney Lorcana right now, but I like to be a bit different. I like to zig when everyone else zags, and I'm collecting Disney Lorcana sealed booster boxes. And yeah, I just told you, they're cheap and they're readily available. Why would these ever be collectible? Well, I think Disney Lorcana is here for the long haul. I believe this game is going to be around for a long time. And because of that, and all of the other nostalgia and emotional and pull reasons that I gave you, while most people aren't collecting sealed boxes, I think there's maybe a gap there, maybe a bit of an opportunity for some of these early sets, a lot of the Disney Lorcana booster boxes especially, to be something that we look back on fondly. And no, I'm not saying this is my kid's college fund. I'm not saying that it's going to make me rich one day. I'm saying that one day, these will be great memories. Opening these packs, cracking these sealed boxes will be wonderful things, and if it is not the main focus of the community at this moment, I am excited to be one of the few that is engaging in that method of collecting Disney Lorcana. Heck, if you're out there collecting Disney Lorcana sealed boxes as well, you can let me know and we can form a little cohort together. I'll link the Discord down below. We can talk about Disney Lorcana sealed box collecting. It'll be grand. So thank you so much for hanging out today. Again, just to reiterate, I don't think the Lorcana market going down and these prices getting so cheap is an overall bad thing. I think this was the most predictable aspect of Disney Lorcana, and I think the game continues to be healthy. I also am really high on the Enchanteds as collectibles. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Remember to click all the buttons again, because it really helps the channel out, and well, thanks for hanging out. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. Goodbye.